Thank you, Mr. Chair. You know, the Biden administration keeps saying they want to reduce emissions, yet they want to close down hydroelectric dams that have zero emissions. This makes absolutely no sense to me at all. You know, in the previous panel, in panel number 1, the White House Council on Environmental Quality chairwoman, Ms. Mallory, seemed to get really upset when we claimed that they were closing down dams. She kept saying, "We're not closing down dams, we're not closing down dams." Any one of you, do you really believe that that's not their goal?
I'll jump in. We mentioned earlier that the amount of times that dam breaching was mentioned in this commitments document. It's treated in the entire document as a foregone conclusion. And then I would just point to the plaintiffs and the sovereigns publicly talking about and discussing this very clear, excitable for them path to dam breaching. I think that speaks for itself.
I do too, and I think it's clear when we have the Sierra Club. This is what they said about this agreement, and I quote, "The Biden administration today announced its intention to move forward with the removal of 4 controversial dams on Washington's lower Snake River." Now, if the Sierra Club says that, I think that's the goal, is to close the dams. Mr. Takala, I appreciate you coming here today, and I just have something I want to share with you about what has happened in Arizona. And by the way, Arizona buys hydroelectric energy from the Northwest, and then we trade it back when we produce more of it. So we need more electricity in the summer, and we can export it to the Northwest in our winter. But Mr. Takala, I know you're trying to do what is right for your Yakama Nation. I want to share with you a similar good intention deal that happened in my state of Arizona. The Navajo Nation was home to the Navajo Generating Station. It was a 2.25 gigawatt coal-fired power plant located in the Navajo Nation. This plant provided electrical power to customers in Arizona, Nevada, and California. It also provided the power for pumping Colorado River water for the Central Arizona Project, which brings water to the Phoenix area. The plant and mine annually paid out about $100 million in direct wages and $50 million in leases and royalties. The Navajo Generating Station had 538 employees. The 1,786 acres for the plant site was leased from the Navajo Nation. The coal mine that supplied the Navajo Generating Station was on Hopi land, and it supplied 85% of the Hopi tribe revenue. The power plant and mine had enormous economic benefit for both the Navajo and the Hopi. Things were prosperous for both tribes. Then the Sierra Club and the federal government came to town. The Sierra Club promised the world by saying that they would replace the 538 great-paying jobs with new jobs in clean power. To date, the Navajo Nation has not replaced any of these jobs. They did put up some small power, solar power, but those tax benefits were quickly taken by Wall Street bankers. Also, Arizona needs the power from the Navajo Generating Station provided for grid reliability. Today, many Navajos heat their homes with raw coal. The Sierra Club didn't seem to care about that. The jobs and economic strength of the tribes have never come back. I feel a sense of deja vu with this situation. I just warn you that I would be aware when radical environmentalists use tribal nations for the radical agenda. I think you deserve better. I know that you believe you're doing what's best for your nation, but I just want to share with you what happened in Arizona, and I yield back.